Dear students, in this class let me study about what you call them as a living world on the first chapter. Now I have discussed in the last session about what you call them as a what is a characteristic features of a living organisms ಅಂತ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ವಿ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ let me study about the continuing part of that chapter. It is what you call them as a nomenclature. We call name of the chapter called living world. This is the first chapter first. Here, this is let me study about today's class. Let me study about what you call nomenclature. Nomenclature is nothing but what you call naming of organisms. Here, you can see in this world, you can see so many plants, millions of plants and millions of animals are there. We have called these, name these organisms by different names in different places. For example, they can be named vary from place to place and as well as from the country to country. This leads to the confusion in what you call them as a organism. For example, particular organism is named by certain names in this part of the place, and that can be named by different name in another part. For example, this place, name of this plant vary from this place to the another place. There are usually certain plants and animals are called by local names, that vernacular names. These vernacular names usually cannot identify the peoples of the other countries. So there is a standard method of naming should be there. ನಾವು ಜೀವಿಗಳನ್ನ ಅನೇಕ ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನು ಕರೀತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಹೆಸರುಗಳು ಏನಿದಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸಗಳಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸರು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ದಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ peoples of the all over the world. So there should be a standardized method of naming is there. The standardized method of naming ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ biologists have what you call them as they have used certain procedures to name the organisms using certain principles as well as the criteria. Principles and criteria ಮುಖಾಂತರ we can name the organism so that particular organism if you name by a certain name, it is common to all. Right? The name given to a particular species is same in all over the world. If you name by the what you call the method of naming called the scientific method of naming, name it can be that name is common to the all over the world. So they introduce the one of the system of naming of organism that called binomial nomenclature. Right? ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ದ್ವಿನಾಮ ನಾಮಕರಣ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಜೀವಿಗಳನ್ನ ಹೆಸರಿಸಬೇಕು. ನಾಮಕರಣ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಸರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಈ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅಂದು ಬಯಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ binomial nomenclature. ಬೈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು, ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ದ್ವಿನಾಮ, ನಾಮಕರಣ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಮನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ದ್ವಿನಾಮ ನಾಮಕರಣದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಜೀವಿಯನ್ನು ಹೆಸರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಹೆಸರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಎರಡು ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಹೆಸರಿಸುವಂತದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಎರಡು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ದ್ವಿನಾಮ ನಾಮಕರಣ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟ್. The system of naming was introduced. This method of naming was given by one of the what you call them as ICBM and ICZN. They give the what you call them the system of naming of organism. This ICBM is for the plants naming and ICZN is for the naming of the what you call them as animals. Now, what is meant by ICBM? International Code of Botanical Study of the Plants. So called the International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. And what is meant by ICZN? International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. They give the certain rules for naming of the organisms. Particular animals, ಯಾವ rules name ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ rules follow ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ that's a rules and that given by what ICZN. ಅಂದ್ರೆ particular to the plants. That is called ICBM. This is a expand this thing also be given for your examination. International Code of Botanical. ICBM in what word? International Code of botanical nomenclature. Botanical plants, study of plants for botany. Botanical nomenclature. That's called as ICGN. And ICGN is the International Code of Zoological Nomenclature is called as ICZN. These are what you call them as international code in propose ಮಾಡಿದ rules they are following for the naming of organism. That given the name, how to give the name to the organism. ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಯಾವ ತರ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಪದಗಳಿಂದ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಬೈನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ನಾಮನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್ ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಾಟನಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಜುವಾಲಜಿ ಇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ what is meant by binomial nomenclature and given examples ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಟ್ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. It is one of the method. ಎಂತ ಮೆಥಡ್? ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಒಂದು ವಿಧಾನ. Because it is the scientific method. Scientific method of naming of an organism by using two components. Using two components. Which are those components? What called them is a first component is called as genus, and second component by genus, and second component called the species. This is called as a binomial nomenclature. ಈ ಎರಡು ನಾಮಗಳ ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು genus ನೇಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರಭೇದ ಯಾವುದು ಯಾವ ಜಾತಿ ಸೇರಿ genus ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಎರಡನೇ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಸರು ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಸರಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ by using two names. Which are the two names? One called genus name and the species name. It is called scientific method of naming of an organism. Organism may be plant, organism may be animal. By using the two components, the two words we are using for naming. One is called the genus, another called the species. For example, I can give you so many code example for quoted for the example for this binomial nomenclature. Here, for example, you can see mango. How can you name by scientific method of naming? Vaignanic essay and what you call this mango. Mango is what you call this as Mangifera indica. Mangifera indica. The name of what you call this is mango. Okay, Mangifera this is the name of the genus, and what you call indica is the name of the species. ಎರಡು ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿನಾಮನಾಮಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸರಿಸುವಂತ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬೈನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ನಾಮನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್. What is binomial nomenclature? Give an example. We quote this. ಹಾಗೆ how can you call the ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಹೆಸರೇನು ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ? What you call the man? In fact, there is man has given the ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. What you call them as Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. What is meant by Homo means genus name, and sapiens is what you call them as a species name. And in give so many plants, most of the plants are identified and given the name. And those names are, you can see they are Vaignanic, they can be common to all over the world. And this name, if you give mango, if you call by Mangifera indica, they can every people point identify it is called mango. But local names can vary from one place to place. But the scientific method is naming material is called Mangifera indica. Is what they do is this is what a mango. This method of naming is called them as a avoid confusion. A particular organism we are going to call them as a particular name. That name cannot be used for the other organism. ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಜೀವನ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದ ಹೆಸರು ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಹೆಸರು ಹೆಸರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದೇ ನೇಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅದೇ ನೇಮನ್ನು ಹೆಸರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಅದು ಯಾವುದರ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಬೈನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ನಾಮನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್. ಈ ನಾವು ನಾಮಕರಣದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಹೆಸರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮನೆಗೆ ಮೊದಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಜೀನಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸಿಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಅನೇಕ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ನಾಮಕರಣದಿಂದ ಹೆಸರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಈಗ ನಂತರ ಟ್ರೈನೋಮಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ and that can use for example in case the zoology animals can are using the trinomial system. For example, gorilla can be called gorilla ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಮೂರು trinomial system is there. For extra information is that trinomial is also there. Trinomial system is there. For example, gorilla can be called as the gorilla. Here, this is called as a genus name, and this is called the cis name. And these two genus and cis name are if they are same, then what you call it is a tautology. This tautology. What does it call the thing na karti? Homo sapiens के trinomial system में Homo sapiens sapiens ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. We call them as Homo sapiens sapiens. Here, this is why this is called Homo sapiens and sapiens. Then now, right out here. It's a binomial system is also there. But here, for your examination, you can see what you have to learn is what we call binomial nomenclature. In binomial nomenclature, we are using certain rules for naming of the organism. What are those rules we can know? Let me one by one. According to this system, that's what we call the one of the rule adapting in binomial nomenclature is what we call them as a biological names are usually what we call them as a they are derived from Latin. They are derived from the Latin method and written in italics. What we call them as a all the biological names. What we call them as a Mangifera indica. This name Mangifera indica is the Latin name is derived from the Latin. While written is what we call them italics. You have to write. That call them as a first rule of the binomial nomenclature is biological names. GNS के biological names. Biological names are derived from Latin. We are using the Latin names because Latin is language not changes. It's called the dead language that call them names of the those will not change from. But other languages you can see they go to dynamic change is going to take place. That's why we are not using that. Okay. But this is a dead language. What you are using here Latin, the same. They change the language. What you are using the others we are using the biological names we are derived from the Latin. And what you call them is they are written. What you call them is they are written in italics. They are written in italics. And usually these names are usually called them as all the names should be derived from the Latin only. Okay, that's what we call it. First is what is saying binomial nomenclature. Now rules na follow ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Certain criteria notice ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ binomial nomenclature ಅಂದ್ರೆ first is what we call them as biological names are derived from Latin and they are written in italics. So what is what we call irrespective of language. What that follow is only what we call them as the name should be what you call them as they should be derived from Latin and what you call them as they are written in italics. In this system of naming, the second one is what you call them as the biological names or what you call them as in this biological system naming of system of nomenclature the first biological name what you call them as usually first word of the biological name is what you call them is always the genus name. What is Mangifera indica Homo sapiens. First name is what you call them as biological genus name and second name should be this name. Biological names in biological names what you call them as first name should be what you call them as genus and the second name should be what you call them as species. Second name should be species. Biological names name given for biological name and first name should be what you call them as genus name and second name should be what you call them as a species name. This is another rule what you call. Here both the biological names what you call them as when written they should be what you call them as underlined separately they should be underlined. So the next rules is both the first two letter Latin derive Second rule at the biological names ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು first name should what you call them as a genus ಇರಬೇಕು and what you call them as a second name should be species name ಇರಬೇಕು. This is what you call Homo sapiens. The first name is the genus name and the second name is what you call them as a species name. And next both biological names both biological names when and written they should be separately underlined. They should be separately underlined. Why should they underline? Because they are derived from Latin and the force break. If they are printed, they should be printed in italics. What do you call them as written in italics? Italics is very important. What do you call them as written? There should be their name should be written in handwritten. Very important. They should be separately underlined. When printed, that may be printed in italics. When printed, they may be printed in italics. But both things when handwritten, they should be called as separately underlined. For example, this Homo separately underlined and sapiens like that should be underlined separately. Underline ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು. The first name ಏನದಲ್ಲ denotes the genus name and that should be start with the initial character. Because even the fourth ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ the first name is the genus name. The first name is the genus name. It should start with initial capital letter. First letter na ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೊಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು Homo sapiens ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ first letter capital ಇರಬೇಕು. First letter is the initial. First letter should be Homo sapiens in ಬರೆದಾಗ first name is what you call genus name. And first letter ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು what you call should be capital. And species name. This is called uppercase. What you call HCP capital upper case. In all the what you call this name should be in a small letter. Only the first letter of the genus should be in the capital. All the other name should be all the other letters should be in small. Right? Species name should be in the lower case. What you call it? Species name should be in small letters. Genus only the first letter should be capital and all others should be small. But in species all should be small. But that is why what you call this species name should be small letters. And here this is the fourth one we are going to say. And the last two what you call binomial nomenclature rules of the binomial nomenclature. Next the last two layer the name of the author who described the organism has given the name to the organism should also be included after the name of the species. After the name of the author. Your first inventor, what you call it? Who is the first describe the plant, identify, name them. The name of the author. Name of the author should also be included after the name of the species. But that should be in a standard abbreviated form. In standard abbreviated form. Full ಬರೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು the author should not be written fully. Should be heard but should be in standard abbreviated form. For example, we will give an example. Standard abbreviated ಯಾವ ಆತರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೋ ಅವನ ಹೆಸರನ್ನೇ ಸಹ ನಾವು ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕು it should be also be included after the name of this thing. For example, I give an example like this. Mango, what you call them as scientific name of mango is what? First letter of the whole capital letter, Mangifera. Next one, species name, Indica small letters. Now, where written handwriting, there should be separately handwriting. ಅದು ಒಂದು ರೂಲು. ಎರಡು ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಜೀನಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಎರಡು ಲ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ಇಂದ ಡೆರೈವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇಟಾಲಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜೀನಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಪೀಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಎರಡೂ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ ಜೀನಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಜೀನಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಪೀಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ genus name of the genus and it should be sorted. Next what you call the name of the author who describe the plant. Name of the author who describe the organism should also be included ಮಾಡಬೇಕು after the name of the vertical species, but should be in a standard agreement. For example, in Mangifera indica is the vertical described by the Linnaeus. His name should be included after the name of this species in a standard agreement. For example, who is the inventor of this vertical? Let's say Linnaeus. Okay, ಅವನ್ನ full Linnaeus ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ, Lin ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ. And this vertical this system of naming of vertical then binomial nomenclature was given by vertical famous scientist called Carolus Linnaeus. Who has given one more yet? Who has given this binomial system of naming of organism? Carolus Linnaeus, one scientist who given this system of naming of organism. These are the rules we should follow while giving a scientific name to any organism. What is binomial nomenclature? What are the given example and who proposed the binomial system of nomenclature? ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಇವನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು 5 marks what the rules of the binomial nomenclature ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋದನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. This is how this can ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ binomial system of naming ಇಂದ ಏನು advantage? What are the advantages of what ಇದೆ binomial system of naming of organisms? ಇದೇನು ಏನು advantage ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇದನ್ನ give reason why should we use this? Okay, why not give reason why should we have to fix this system? ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ what are the advantages ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ it avoid the confusion arise by using the what you call them as the names by using vernacular names. Vernacular local language ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಹೆಸರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ that lead to the confusion. For example, one plant that is named by certain language ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅದೇ ಗಿಡನ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಉಂಟಾಗುವಂತ what you call them ಈ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಾವು we can avoid them ಅಂದ್ರೆ binomial nomenclature ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ avoid the confusion arise by vernacular names. This can be what are the advantages of binomial system of nomenclature? Binomial nomenclature advantages ಇದೆ ಇದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ it avoids confusion arise due to use of vernacular language ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಹೆಸರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಬರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅದೇ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಅದೇ ಗಿಡ ಒಂಥರ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜಾಬ್ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನ ಇದು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು it gives a universal recognition to the individual organism. ಏನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ? It gives universal recognition to the individual organism. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ binomial nomenclature. So, what are the advantages of binomial nomenclature? You can avoid confusion arise due to the use of vernacular language. ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೆಸರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ vernacular names or vernacular language names ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಸರು ಕರೆದಾಗ ಉಂಟಾಗುವಂತ ದ್ವಂದ್ವವನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಬೈನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ನೇಮ್ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳುವಂತೆ ಹೆಸರಿಸುವಂತ ವಿಧಾನ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಇಂಥ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಅದು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಎ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನಿಷನ್. ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಜೀವಿಯನ್ನ ಗುರುತಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರು ಮ್ಯಾಂಗಿಫೆರಾ ಇಂಡಿಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋನೆ ಅಂತ ಗುರುತಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಂದ, ಈ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಂದ. Okay, this is the concludes this chapter, this topic. Now in the next session, let me know about another part of this continued chapter. Let me know about classification, what we mean by taxonomical hierarchy, taxonomy, and how this taxonomical hierarchy has to be write it, and that I will give you the examples I want to deal in the next session.